friends. In the slide presentation or the PowerPoint presentation that you saw before this video, you learned a little bit of vocabulary about bamboo leaves. You learned about the comb. The comb is the entire length of a stalk of bamboo. Sounds like the word column, but it's comb, C-U-L-M. You saw the word nodes. Nodes is the little spaces that are in between bamboo combs where the branches and then the leaves come off of. The internode is the space in between the nodes. There are so many ways of painting bamboo, but what I want to show you is an easy way to explore painting bamboo where you feel empowered to get started right away. So, in order to do this, you are going to need your watercolor set. You're going to need an ordinary brush. This is the same kind of brush that we use in the classroom, so it's not a really fancy brush. It is a size 4 for those of you who have brushes that have numbers on them, but it doesn't matter. It's just a medium-sized brush and one with a pretty decent tip because we're going to be using thick and thin, and we're going to be using the tip of this brush quite a bit today. So in order to do this, you're going to need your watercolor set. You're going to need some water, and you're going to need to wet your black paint and get it nice and juicy and nice and loose. When we're painting this bamboo today, you're going to notice that there's going to be a lot of different values, the lights and darks that are going to naturally happen when you're painting with this technique that I'm going to show you. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start to paint some combs or columns, right, for our bamboo. And we're going to arrange maybe 3 or 4 across the paper. I think I'll do 3. But in order to do this, I'm going to load up my brush nice and juicy. It's very wet, my paint is. And I'm going to turn my brush on its side because I want to kind of drag it along on its side to start to create my comb. So please watch. I'm going to lay it down on its side, and I'm going to start to pull downward. And then I'm going to stop abruptly. When I stop abruptly, that is what's going to end up forming the node. I'm going to leave a little space in between, and I'm going to keep on dragging down, and I'm going to stop, right? Because I know that those spaces are where my branches are going to come out of. Those are called the nodes. So I'm going to keep on pulling, and I'm going to go down until I go right off of my page. So I have my first bamboo stalk there. Do you see those natural values, the lights and darks that I just talked about? That's going to happen as you're using your paint today to paint your bamboo stalks. And just make sure that you keep it nice and wet like I'm doing over here. So the next thing I'm going to do is do my next column. I'm going to go at a diagonal. Now, bamboo leaves tend to be very straight unless they get tall, and then gravity starts to curve them. And so curve them and kind of weigh them down. But that's not the case for our bamboo combs. They're very straight and strong right now. So now I'm going to do another one. The diagonal doesn't matter, but you want to keep them fairly straight. And also the intervals or the internodes in between can be whatever length you want them to be as well. And I'm overlapping bamboo onto bamboo, just to get that nice natural look to them. I think I'm going to stop here only because I want to really be able to show you how the branches and then the leaves come off of the bamboo combs. And so I'm going to clean my brush a little bit. And look at this brush. This is a brush that still has a fairly good point to it. And so I'm going to be using that point, but I'm also going to be flattening it out at certain points. So at certain times, points. Anyway, I'm going to dip my brush into the paint. And then right at the node point, I'm going to start to do, using just the tip of the brush, I'm going to pull stalks or stems in different directions, right? My branches coming off of my nodes. This one I think I'll bring, see, nice thin lines that I have going here. Maybe I'll bring one, let's see, going off of here. Now, scientifically speaking, I think bamboo only has branches coming off of one side of the node or one node. You wouldn't have multiple stems coming off of different nodes. But in this case, we're having a little bit of fun. Now it's time for leaves. So to do the leaves, that's when we're really going to take advantage of the thick, thin that one brush can give us. So I'm going to lay this brush down, and then I'm going to pull, lightening up all the way up to the tip. Can you see that? I'm going to do it again and again and again. So I'm going to lay it down. And then I'm going to flatten that brush out. And then as I start to get to the end, I'm twisting and I'm pulling up. The twisting becomes important in helping me pull up again too. I'm going to lay it down, flatten it out, and then I'm going to pull and twist upward like that. Now, bamboo leaves tend to grow in different directions depending upon the age of the bamboo leaf. And so, you know, if it's a young leaf or it's young in its life, it will tend to grow in a certain direction. As it gets older, it starts to go in a different direction. Look, I overlapped onto my comb there. And then more mature leaves tend to do other things. But right now we're having fun with them. So we're releasing ourselves from feeling like our bamboo leaves have to go in any particular direction. I am certainly not a Chinese brush painting master. Took a few classes that made me feel confident enough to be able to show you the fun and the joy of painting bamboo and doing some Chinese brush painting techniques. So fun. And who says we can't make a leaf go up if we wanted to? Okay. So I could keep on going. I could do this forever. I could bring in some leaves as if I have bamboo off of the page somewhere, creating a nice composition, the arrangement of all of my elements on my paper. Anyway, so this is a nice, simple way to practice painting bamboo, and I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, let me turn this around so you can see it the way that I see it. Okay, enjoy, friends. Bye.